Hello everyone and welcome to Cornit webinar. First of all, thank you for joining. In today's session, we will talk about how Cornit digital solutions in textile space making contributions effectively and leverage today's global trend in fashion industry by providing DTG or what we called direct to garment printing solutions from Cornit. We have a brief agenda. We'll talk about a little bit about Cornit Digital, our process, workflow, and unique steps of providing these solutions. New family on the board, the HD. We will talk about the HD value propositions, what are the benefits for the customers, what are the current challenges which we are going through, and how we can make a profitable business. So a little bit about Corny Digital. We founded in 2002, currently hovering around more than 400 employees with over 1,000 customers globally in various space, and headquarters are based in Israel. We have an America subsidiary as a Cornit America, managing the America business. Cornit Europe, Middle East, and Africa is being managed from headquarters in Europe in Düsseldorf, and the another subsidiary in Asia based in Hong Kong, managing the Asia Pacific business. So we have a complete R&D and application capabilities, extensive portfolio of printing systems, not only in the digital direct to garment, but also into roll to roll format. And we are the market leaders in providing these industry solutions. So if we talk about the Cornit's business, or let's say Cornit's value proposition in textile space, we operate in two portfolios. One is DTG, which is direct to garment, and another one is roll to roll, or we call it direct to fabric. So we will talk about today on the DTG platform, how that online DTG is improving and how the current global trends are managing these businesses worldwide. So we have a couple of solutions in online, and for a faster retail we have in a mass production solutions. So Cornit's consumables and our workflow. This will give us a complete idea what we are doing in this space and how we are managing the market challenges. So this slides, if you see, it gives you a complete idea how our product is being printed by Cornit is making contribution in the current challenges. So we have a customer which one site even can print in 15,000 garments a day. You can imagine in a digital space with the one design, one off you can print, and altogether our install base produces 70 to 80 million garments a year, which is a huge contribution into a digital space, making environmental friendly solutions and also providing a digital age where the profitability is challenging, and to maintain a business success is also a huge challenge, and how we can continue serving our customers while growing these profitability challenges. Some of our customers are based various part of the world. Everyone is familiar doing shopping on Amazon online. So this is giving a huge opportunity to serve to Amazon and some other customers like Spoonflower based in US and in Europe, and Fanatics Impress is in a larger global company. We are providing into online solutions, which is how the Cornit is integrating our solutions with these customers, and these customers ultimately to the end customers. So what is unique about Cornit? When we talk about any unique single step, how does it help? How does it beneficial to you, or how does it beneficial to the end buyers? So this is something what we are going to very proud of it. The kind of solutions Cornit is providing in this space. Generally, if you need to print direct to garment, there are very competitive digital printing solutions which has certain process to produce your garment. You need to pre-treat the garment effectively outside the printer. You need to do the heat press, and then you need to do the printing. So even to reach to the printing process, you have already passed through a certain process, and once it is print, then you need to do the dry, again heat press, and your garment is ready. So effectively, this process takes about 5 steps, and time of loading, unloading, again loading, unloading at each and every steps make this process bit cumbersome, and which takes additional time involved while making the business dynamics in today's world when we need to match the delivery and the logistics and fulfillment. Here we are. Here we are playing a role. You don't need to do any pre-treatment or any pre-processes. You have to just take your garment, print it, dry, and you're ready. The drying is different types of dryer comes with according to the different solutions. So, but we operate in the printing part of it, which can take your printing process make easy, customer friendly, and operator friendly. So this chart can give you the complete idea when you need to raise your productions, and how others behave in the similar production atmosphere and the market. You need to have multiple operators to operate multiple machines. You need to print within a different printing engines. You need to do the pre-treatment separately, and the heat presses, as well as the drying capabilities. While we are talking about in a single step solutions, print and dry within a single operator, you can manage your workflow and production, even a mass production, according to your business volume, you are the market space you are currently producing or going to produce or going to start a new businesses. This steps makes a huge difference in managing your production. So what is HD is all about? We have been going through the new product launches on the beginning of this year, and Storm HD6 is the latest product in our family portfolio. So we will talk about what is the HD is all about, and their benefits and value proposition. So when we see how the global trends are behaving today, so there are certain markets, what we talk about apparel markets, the online social trends, as well as how the industry trends. So if we talk about an online today, the major thing which is happening is in online shopping, which is growing rapidly. Production revolution, from changing from supply and demand to demand and supply. And we talk about a design for personalization. Personalization is getting in a top fashion trend. The customer needs the unique, what is unique to them. They need for immediate gratification. And also, printing business profitability is in a greater challenge. How we can continue serving our customers while these profitability challenges are growing. How do we maintain our business success? How do we increase our profitability? And while the industry trends are asking for a sustainable manufacturing. So all these challenges we have come across in a digital way of solution by launching our new technologies called HD technology, available in our two platforms, Avalanche and Storm. Storm is the latest, which we are going to talk about today. Production revolution, from changing from supply and demand to demand and supply. And we talk about a design for personalization. Personalization is getting in a top fashion trend. The customer needs the unique, what is unique to them. They need for immediate gratification. And also, printing business profitability is in a greater challenge. How we can continue serving our customers while these profitability challenges are growing. How do we maintain our business success? How do we increase our profitability? And while the industry trends are asking for a sustainable manufacturing. So all these challenges we have come across in a digital way of solution by launching our new technologies called HD technology, available in our two platforms, Avalanche and Storm. Storm is the latest, which we are going to talk about today. So what is Storm HD introduction? So this is a platform which is already been launched beginning of this year on our higher platform called Avalanche category of DTG printers, where we have addressed the profitability and the print quality printing on these machines. The market feedback from the customers who've been using it's very positive. It has supported by new orders to us, as well as the kind of solutions what we've been able to impact the market, and which is basically what we see is the massive challenges and how we can address those challenges. It exceeded our expectations and allowed us to go more deeper into these solutions, where the low cost of printing is the demand of the hour from the customers, as well as the print quality, the real hand feel, how you wanted to see the difference between the screen users and how they believe the digital capabilities. So HD technology, we have been now available on the Storm platform, where the print size is smaller than Avalanche, and it is leading to the mid to a small size businesses, where their main challenge is to reduce the cost per print and still providing the same print quality. So these are the basically the few of the topics why we introduced the Storm HD, and Cornet is always enablement in the current market trends, upgrading solutions of the current install base to HD6. So any user who's been using Storm platform from an older technology can be upgradable to the new HD. So what is difference in the Storm other solutions, or why we are talking about HD? The first thing which is the most prominent is about cost reduction, cost reductions in your print. So even though if we compare with our the top of the line before HD was a Storm Hexa, which can print in a 6 color, so we are roughly about 30% saving making on the ink consumptions, which is in turn reduce your cost per print. The print quality, which is significantly improved in hand feel, and there is no stickiness. Usually it happens when you print on a digital space. uh, Extremely high throughput. You can print more than 150 garments per hour while printing the throughput. We have launched an ink recirculation program within the system. Like you don't need to have the wastage of ink, so ink is moving from one tank to another tank and recirculating between the print heads to keep print heads wet, and saves on your ink. This is our current portfolio as of today. The Breeze is our entry level products, good for the online enablers or the new into digital space, where the volumes are not much or not higher. The Storm and Avalanche, these two platforms are our industrial category of digital textile printing solutions, making into a different around 4 to 5 solutions on the Storm, and similarly 4 to 5 different on Avalanche platform, taking the completely the new market sentiments, where all these challenges like HD features and concept of HD, the benefits to a screen and digital printers, providing customer specific issues and cater to a different earnings. So this is how we are going to take, and Vulcan is our high-end mass customization, which is the beast in the DTG portfolio. So what we talk about, why HD? So HD is basically giving you a different perspective when we talk about how we compare into a screen printing and digital printing, and what is the technology behind HD. So and what is the Cornet HD print engine is all about. So if we talk about in a screen printing and the Cornet technology as in a market enhancement, it takes lot of time when you do the screen printing, long setups. You need a long time experience needed in terms of years. Your print capabilities or the design capabilities are very limited. You can't print the kind of gamut it is required, and the long and the complicated process. When we talk about in HD, it's like in an instance print of a button you can get your prints. The design is like unlimited. There is no limited possibilities, but you can do a multiple and unlimited designs. As you can see, HD technology is covered by three major technological components, which is new and improved our rapid ink and new print heads with ink recirculation mechanism, as well as the professional RIP software. So what are these components does basically to make this HD technology so effective and so usability from a user's point of view? The first point is from the ink perspective. The rapid ink is using in less consumptions on the similar area. So basically when you need to print in a solid including solid whites, the less ink is giving you a more solid white. White is whiter and using less inks and better surface coverage with low consumption. So these are the benefits of our current ink systems and the new rapid ink system. So rapid ink is basically using the small droplets to cover the same area, giving you the lesser ink cost, which will be in terms of your print cost totality. It will give you a benefit roughly about 30%. When we talk about the color gamut, the hexa color gamut, which is a 6 colors, a CMYK plus red and green, it is around 30% larger than the 4 color gamut. So what happens when the color gamut increases? It gives you the more vibrant prints as well as the better color matching. So, and another part is the professional RIP software, which is provided by ColorGate, developed for Cornet. So this is giving you extended color matching, the white base creation, as well as the better transparency and completely knockout settings. So when we are talking about a print cost reductions, what is that meaning it on the print cost reductions? Here are the three pictures. What we have printed the similar images on our current portfolio before HD, which is a Hexa series, as well as the HD's new HD, whether it's an Avalanche HD or Storm HD. So what we have seen comparison in these two prints, the prints are looks same vibrant what we have printed earlier, but it is been reduced as in a lower cost per print, which means if you see the first image on the left hand side, it is the ink saving is roughly about 46%. You see the middle image which shows about 47% ink saving and 41% on the last image. So what this stands, which makes a more money, more profitability for your customers. So it is only possible when we have been able to reduce the ink consumptions significantly, and profitability breakthrough for the screen printers, specifically into the digital space. So you can easily see the HD print engines can save roughly 40% or even more as compared to HD versus non-HD machines. So we will run through a video right now for one of our customer. This will give you an idea how the HD is making significant contributions into screen printers and digital printers.
We've been approached before for bulk runs, 500, 1,000, if not more t-shirts, and we've never been able to quote competitively because screen printers have always been able to beat us on price. With the Avalanche HD, we recently fulfilled a job of 1,000 identical t-shirts, competitive to screen printing, and as a benefit, we also managed to fulfill 500 mixed designs for the same client in the same job.
I actually love talking about the HD technology because it's probably the best printing engine out there for textile digital printing. The key benefit that the rapid inksets brings with it is the fact that with half the amount of ink you can actually get superior print quality.
So when we installed the Avalanche HD, almost instantly we tripled our potential printing capacity. It also had an ink reduction cost from the HD of around 30 to 40%. As a company, we work with a lot of small businesses that work with e-commerce, quite often very creative people. They may have 6, 7, 8, even up to 10 colors. And to produce those with screen, especially in the small volumes that we do, it just wouldn't be possible. There'd be too much of a cost implication.
Better color intensity, larger gamut, nicer hand feel, at about a fraction of the cost.
With the Avalanche HD and the color gamut that it can achieve with the Hexa system, we can match Pantone colors, which is unheard of in digital printing. The softest prints that we've ever seen with the direct-to-garment printer. The color vibrancy exceeds any other printer that we've used historically, and the prints are just loved by the customers that get them.
The white ink of the Rapid Ink Set is very unique. In the dynamic range where most prints are, you actually use less ink to get more solid white, better surface coverage, and much higher L value, resulting in better print quality at a lower cost.
We can achieve far brighter, more solid whites with a single pass print than we've ever been able to achieve before. The Avalanche HD's opened our potential to be able to print on more substrates. As well as just cotton garments, we can now print on many other fabrics, including polyester, which historically has always been a very difficult material to achieve. We've increased our throughput on this machine in comparison to others by about 40%. And the amazing fact is we didn't need any additional operators to do it.
So here is the chart which we have done for some of the files we printed using our existing systems as well as on the HD systems. So what happens is on the existing files, when we use the similar settings what we have been doing it in the other profiles within a double white layers to get the consistency and the vibrancy of the colors. The same files we moved to a HD portfolio and using within a single white. So if you can see here on the last two columns how significantly is changing the percentage of the color components specifically into a white, which sums up of all this 8 to 10 files when you print, the significant saving is roughly 40% and above. So this is making a huge impact when we are talking about in a current scenario of profitability is getting shrinker. So this impact of saving of ink is ultimately saving on your cost per print. So ultimately which you can provide to your customers the same hand feel, same quality of prints within a color vibrancy at a much lesser cost, and also the production. So if we talk about as in a productivity, the Storm can produce roughly about 1,500 impressions a day, which means roughly you can print over 30,000 impressions per month. So the advantages for, as you know, or of the digital over the screen technologies, you don't need to be for in a longer runs. So it's a one-off prints or in a short run length. It's a key. So you print on a white or you print on a dark t-shirts within a different images, can be as fast within the fastest settings. With a single white printing on dark sheet t-shirts can really produce your productivity boost on a higher category. If you talk about on a technical parameters about wash fastness improvement, so yes, significantly it has been improved, and usually the wash fastness considered anything above 4 is very good. So we have done some of the testings on a few brands, on a different fabric brands, and with our current ink set as well as on our rapid ink, which is a new HD ink. So we have seen a significantly improved even from the 4.1 to 4.6, and this is been done on in a 5 cycles of wash and dry. Washing is usually done around 40 degrees Celsius within a 60 minutes tumble dry, and we usually put about 2.5 kgs kind of a dry load. So this is the optimum washing conditions, and we create how's the criteria of passing these tests. So even though our earlier systems or even our current non-HD systems are also above 4, but HD is making a brilliant move and giving extremely happy and as well as the better wash fastness results on different set of fabrics using rapid inks. This is basically the rapid ink versus screen ink white comparison. So what happens is when the typical screen printing usually happens on a dark garments, or what we are talking about in a red garment, so it has a different feeling. So what we are talking about here is when we print the similar settings on an HD, it is giving you the similar results to the screen white ink. So the delta what we are talking about in difference in lightness and darkness, difference in red and green, and differences in yellow and blue. So as in a complete whole color gamut of an indoor lighting as well as an outdoor lighting, all this the unwashed as well as the wash results are giving you the same scoring level. I know this is a bit more technical, but in terms of in a simple form, what we could say, it is providing you a impound the print quality and then the refined hand feel with the more color vibrancy, and the white is again is using less inks, giving you a better color matching as well as the enhanced white base creation. So there is a question, do I need the HD technology? So what we are talking about in a certain parameters, if your demand of your business, of your you're running some quantity a day, anything from 1 to 250 per order, you need to print in a single of design or multiple design, even up to 250, it is cheaper than screen printing. You need to do a more than 250 per order or per design, you up to 500 600. Even we have an Avalanche HD, which is in a highly high throughput, which is comparable to screen printing, giving the similar results at a lesser cost. You can accept your orders from your customers without having in mind your profitability issues. So if the even on one design you can be making more profitable. And outsourcing jobs to certain customers, say no, you cannot print, or you're rejecting your customers, basically you don't have the capabilities. Now you can accept all those jobs, you don't need to do outsourcing, so you don't need to say no to your customers, and still providing one-offs and short mid-runs capabilities. So these are the basically the few steps on HD, which is the best solutions what we have been come up so far. As we talk about in the last few minutes about HD, but I wanted to emphasize on Cornet's basically a printing workflow, even on because it eliminates completely the need of any external pre-treatment processes. So there's the process, if you remember the process which I've shown in the previous slides, you just need only two process. You place your garments, print and dry. So you don't need to do any pre-treatment, it's everything is integrated internally. And the single ink system, which can print on multiple fabric types, variety of garment sizes, color combinations and applications. So thank you very much for joining this session, and in case if you have any questions, please write to us. We will be responding to you, and or I'll be able to answer you right now in case if you have any questions as of now. Well, thank you very much.